Yeah, when them two come first, I might get one of them body cameras just in case.
Danny Gathone for Pro Boxing fans in Coventry. It's very late, but just been burnt up. Seen Dave Coldwell. Dave, always good to see you. Always good to catch up. How's things?
Very good, mate. Fresh from coming from Belfast. Stephen Cairns getting a 58-second win last night. So on his Queensberry Promotions debut, live on TNT. Happy days, mate. And then come to Coventry, working for DAZN and GBM. It's been a great night, great show. Bit of a mixed bag, upsets, knockouts, fantastic fights. It's been good, I've enjoyed it.
I actually wanted to talk to you about Stephen Cairns. I mean, blink and you'll miss it, but a lot of trainers won't be happy at that necessarily. You'd rather see some rounds. What do you take away from it? Would you almost frustrating you don't get some rounds, or when you make a promotional debut, is making a statement almost more important at times?
It was about making a statement, a bit of a splash, but it was never about going out there and getting a knockout in the first round. If you listen and if you do everything I've asked you to, which Stephen did, and you get the knockout, happy days. I can't fault that. I'm over the moon. 10 out of 10. It's very rare that I'll say that. But he did everything that we worked on in the gym. He did everything that we spoke about, and in the fight, as I'm talking to him, he did everything I asked him, and he executed it. And so for me, it's a 10 out of 10. And then the backflip at the end, he landed properly. It's 10 out of 10. So,
Javonte Davis could take a leaf out of his book. He didn't land his quite so clean.
There you go. That was a bit nervous about, because he went to rush straight into it. I thought, just take his time a minute, but he didn't. He landed it all right.
You need to give him the Fergie treatment when he bollocked Nani for the backflips. Do you remember with Stephen? Obviously, when a fighter, I mean, I can't imagine he needs much recovery from that. I'm sure everyone knows it's cliche. Activity absolutely key. When do you want him back out? Just as soon as Frank gets you a date.
Yeah, I'm going to speak to George Warren next week, but I want him to have 2 weeks away with his family first, because he obviously from 18 he's been living over here away from his family. So when it comes close to a fight, he doesn't even go back to see him. So I want him to have a couple of weeks with his friends and family, enjoy himself. He don't drink, so I don't have to worry about that about him. Enjoy a bit of food. He don't balloon up too much, and he'll tick over. He's a fit kid. He trains no matter what, but just tick over. So he'll do that for a couple of weeks, and then we'll get back in the gym and we'll get cracking. Well, because how he is, literally only need like 6 weeks, and he's good to go. So we'll speak. We'll see what dates they've got and what we can get on. But yeah, I want him to be active.
In an ideal world, what does the next 12 to 18 months look like for Stephen Cairns in terms of step-ups?
Activity. He's straight into 8-rounders now. Done with 6-rounders, 8-rounders, and keep just stepping up that opposition steadily. Nothing stupid. I'm not shouting from the rooftops about him fighting everybody yet. I want one of the best prospects in Britain being developed, and that's what he is. He's one of the best prospects in Britain. I've seen what this kid's capable of. Plenty of other coaches and good fighters have seen what he's capable of because they've sparred with him. He's just developing his IQ more and more and more. Every week he's improving, and he's a coach's dream, because he does everything he asks. He doesn't slack. He doesn't look for an easy way out. You give him an instruction, he tries it in sparring. He's not afraid to try it and get it wrong, and then he nails it, and then he takes it into a fight. So yeah.
Let's talk Wembley, Dave. Where to start on that card? First of all, a lot of people are calling it the best card, top to bottom, that's ever been had on British shores. In your time in boxing, can you think of any that rival that September 21st show?
Not really, because in terms of fights where you're going, well, in terms of like who you think is going to win, and is there doubt on that one? I don't think so. I mean, there used to be shows where you'd have, Frank had put on like 5 world title fights and stuff like that, but a lot of them would be like where you'd know who's going to win. No, this is a fantastic show. Great fights.
Before I come on to the main event, Joshua Dubois aside, what fight on that card would you say you're looking forward to the most?
I don't know, probably. I don't know, to be honest, because they're all really good fights. Probably Dubois.
When it comes to Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois,
I don't know. No, I don't know because probably that. Tyler Denny one's intriguing. Yeah, I'm glad he's got a shot at something big like that. I don't know. There's some good fights on there. I'm just gonna. Hopefully, I'm there. I'm just gonna sit there and just be a fan. That's it.
It's a good sign that you can't decide on a favourite fight for the right reasons.
That's it.
Let's talk the main event, Joshua Dubois. We've got Daniel Dubois 2.0, Joshua 3.0. The face-off was great. I mean, I'm personally very excited. What are your thoughts on it?
First of all, the kick-off at the face-off, I love it. Love it.
What's happened to Daniel?
Mate, he's found himself. He's grown into himself. You know, big old man like that, and he's grown into himself now. And I like seeing AJ like that. I like that. You know, if he reacts and, and people say, oh, it's fake, or it's what, you know, he reacted how he wanted to react, and said, hang on a minute, behave yourself. I like that.
You know what I'm going to ask you now, Dave? What way are you leaning? You got a prediction?
I think it's a really good matchup, but I've got to say, just based on what I've seen, Dubois gets it too easy. If he's getting it easily off Gerald Miller, and if he's getting it off the predictable shots from Hrgovic, he's going to get it off AJ. And I don't think AJ will just go with a 1-2, same shot over and again. I think AJ will come back with a left up, throw a right uppercut, throw a right, you know what I mean? Because he's a very, very good combination puncher. The only thing is, Dubois can clean your lights out himself. So if Dubois hits AJ, does he carry enough power to knock AJ out? Shit, yeah. I think so. But I've got to say, based on performances, levels that they've boxed at, I've got to say AJ is the favourite for me.
Who would you say has got the most one-punch power?
Oh. Well, let me put it this way. The right hand, I know it's Ngannou, but the right hand that landed on Ngannou, I genuinely believe would have cleaned out pretty much all the division. But then again, Dubois can, from what people say, Dubois can clean your lights out with one shot. He looks heavy-handed in the fights that he's had, but I don't know. It's hard to say. Do you know what it is? I've never seen Dubois live. Yeah. It's one thing watching on TV, but you know when you see fighters punch live, you hear it, everything. You're up close. I've seen AJ numerous times live, but never Dubois. So I'm intrigued to kind of get that feel. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Daniel Dubois is not the only man Anthony Joshua's found himself in with a bit of beef with this week. Carl Froch, keeping boxing alive.
It's brilliant. I love Froch. I love him.
What do you make of that? A lot of people say bad taste. A lot of people just laughing. Carl's Carl.
Oh, listen, everything's bad taste to somebody. It's two grown men that can fight, having a fallout, and they'll be how they want to be. You know, everybody falls out with everybody at some point. It's funny because Carl just don't give a shit. You know, he's somebody that when I didn't know Carl before I got to know him, I thought he was a bit of a dick.
You don't appreciate his humour?
No. And then when you get to know him, he's just a funny dude. He is really funny. And because he doesn't give a shit, it makes him even funnier. So I like him, and I you know, he's gone down the troll route. I mean, you've got an elite level Hall of Famer, fucking multiple world champion that's retired, kept himself in fantastic shape, but decided to become a troll, and he's just become, you know, a hort of views.
He would do well doing this.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I hadn't seen him on an interview for God knows how long. Probably because he's thinking, no, I'm not speaking to you because I'll get paid on my YouTube channel.
That's why he stopped. Sorry, lads.
I knew it. But that's Carl, and that's what makes him funny. AJ is AJ, and you know that's between them two. And I'd just like to be stood there when them two come.
That's exactly. I'd love to have my camera there.
Yeah. When them two come face to face, I might get one of them body cameras just in case.
Dave, it's getting very late. I'll let you go. Always a pleasure. Hopefully see you soon.
Nice one.
Top man.